Okay, today it's actually a very serious day. We have an expert here on humor and monkey theory. Monkeys, actually artificial monkeys, actually stuffed monkeys. And today the father came, who came to see his little baby, and this is the mom. And what they're going to do today, we're going to talk about vaccines, flu vaccines, and what they're actually his family is really debating what's in a vaccine. You have anything to say?
Everything good is in the vaccine.
Everything good.
Everything you possibly need.
So we want to convince these monkeys that you should give their son a vaccine shot. Ready? What's in a vaccine? Number one.
Okay. What's in
Number one, drum roll.
Ammonium sulfate.
Don't you want ammonium sulfate?
Suspected gastrointestinal, liver, nerve, and respiratory system poison.
Okay, all this is in a vaccine. Anybody gets a flu vaccine, you have to remember, this is what they get. You hear that? This is what your son wants.
Beta propiolactone.
Our next one's really good.
No, alright. So should I just get back to that one?
Latex rubber.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's really important.
Nice.
Not for all the kids. That's the adult vaccine.
For the adults, this one you can't have that latex rubber. No doubt.
But listen. I have a really good friend who wanted to go fruitarian, but because he developed a latex allergy from medical reasons, he can't have certain fruits because like figs and a lot of fruits.
But the thing is, you can't have vaccine.
What?
You can't have vaccine because every
that's
kid.
What gave him the allergy.
Wow, you hear that?
Because
you cannot have latex
rubber can cause life-threatening allergic reactions.
Wow, and it's all in vaccines.
Yeah.
Actually, this is for people who want to get rid of their kid.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kid, you are a problem. We don't need you anymore. Go ahead.
Monosodium glutamate, which you might know as
MSG. Okay, MSG. We recommend that for all.
Definitely, because again, it helps sleep. If you feel like you're a little too alive,
and if you get hungry, you want to eat your kid, they'll taste great.
Yeah. Yummy.
MSG.
They'll be preserved at least for 2 weeks beyond what they would normally be preserved.
So all this, actually, the vaccine is reserved for the rest of
and also if you
which could be very short.
It could be very short, especially in today's society, and we'll talk about it later. Autism is very prevalent among boys. It's one out of every 35 boys. But the year 2050, 90% of all children should have autism. Okay, and these are all reasons why we should get vaccine. I mean these are, and actually this is
formaldehyde, mercury.
That's good for preservatives.
Gelatin.
Right. This is your joke part.
It really is like trying to eat your kid. You're giving them gelatin,
MSG. Right.
Just making.
By the way, this is. Do you know what's in a vaccine? By I don't know who put it out, but someone put it out.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
This guy named Chuck.
Chuck. Okay. Right now, this is going for every kid in the United States has to get a vaccine. Before you go to school, you must have a vaccine. So these parents, my friend, are really meditating whether they should get a vaccine. Really meditating. Good.
Well, you want to go to the book or you keep reading off the list?
Oh, this is a big one.
Okay. Well, human and animal cells.
Okay, right.
Human cells of aborted female tissue, kind of like something. Mercury, we talked about that.
Found in most vaccines. In fact, they did a study that once they reduced the mercury, I think it's in one of these books.
But also in the vaccine, it would be called thimerosal.
Thimerosal, right. Okay.
So those are all the really wonderful things that you can put in your body.
And by the time the kid's age 5, he has how many shots?
74.
74 shots.
And this is important to point out that none of these are supposed to have anything to do with the flu vaccine. They're all just fillers.
Wow.
And then,
okay, right now we have 4 books in front of us. Which one should we get pages?
Yeah, this one's universal.
Okay. First book is by Vaccine Guy. Who is it?
Randall Neustaedter.
Right now, we're not giving an opinion either way. If you believe a flu vaccine, absolutely should get it. If you don't believe it, absolutely you should get it.
If you want to eat your kid or give him away.
Right now, we're just saying what are the facts based on the vaccine, what's in it, and you should make an informed decision.
Okay. And so the best. No, that's it. The best.
Yeah, flu. Good.
Common side effects. Okay.
Page 162.
Yeah, the primary targeted population for flu vaccine is the elderly. Yet the vaccine is notoriously ineffective in preventing disease in that population. According to the CDC, the effectiveness of flu vaccine in preventing illness among elderly persons residing in nursing homes is 30 to 40%. Other studies have shown an even lower efficacy of 0 to 36%.
And the other side is that if you get a flu vaccine 6 years in a row, the chance of getting Alzheimer's disease is 600% greater.
Well,
that means if you want to put your parents in a home earlier, get a flu vaccine.
And because the mercury attacks the brain.
And mercury attacks the brain. Yeah.
And then there's Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Oh, right, read about that. And it's actually very common too.
Yeah.
Especially with those people who got the from the swine flu vaccine.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Right.
In 1976, the flu vaccine was dealt a near fatal blow when reports appeared that the vaccine caused Guillain-Barré syndrome (GBS), an
Right.
autoimmune nervous system reaction characterized by unstable gait,
And by the way, at that time, they recommend every person in the states get one.
loss
The
of
same
sensation.
things happen to this country today. The exact same thing, yeah.
Yeah, and loss of muscle control. And this syndrome is actually fatal in 1 out of 20 people
Right.
who contract it.
Mhm.
Let's see, some flu facts.
Flu facts, number one.
Flu vaccine manufacturers are notoriously inaccurate at predicting the appropriate viruses to use in an individual year's vaccine, rendering the vaccine ineffective.
In other words, your guess is as good as their guess. Because it's a guess.
It is a
right?
guess.
Let's just roll the dice.
Yeah,
Flu
yeah. Number
vaccine
two.
is relatively
Number two.
ineffective in those patients most at risk of flu complications.
Okay, read that again. Flu is what?
Flu vaccine-
This is by the way, is written by Randall Neustadt, MD.
Okay. Flu vaccine is relatively ineffective
Really ineffective.
in those patients most at risk of flu complications.
Does that mean that means you still gotta get it? I mean, all these facts are out there, and what they're going to do, they're not being informed. I mean, these animals are not being informed of their flu vaccine. Do you understand that? You better make a decision now. Do not give your kids vaccine.
So then this one's pretty important.
Yeah.
Those most at risk of flu complications probably share a higher risk of adverse reactions to the flu vaccine as well. You're
Wow.
basically giving them the virus.
Supposed to get them the virus.
And
Yeah.
let's see, there's a
Yeah.
point in this book that I really like.
This is by, I want to read the book's name.
This is a new updated and revised edition of Vaccines.
By
Are they
Neil-
really safe
Neil-
and effective?
right.
By Neil Z. Miller.
Okay.
And George Schwartz and Harold Buttram, all
And
doctors.
actually, I know Harold Butcher.
Oh.
He's in near here.
Yeah, we should
Harold
also
Buttram.
eventually do one on HPV because that's really bad for all the girls. I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is. Let's talk about how they produce flu vaccine.
How do they produce it? Don't. Number one, close your ears.
Okay. To produce a flu vaccine, chick embryos are inoculated with influenza viruses.
Chick embryos are inoculated with what?
Influenza virus.
That means they go around the little chicks and shoot them up. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
Little
This-
chickies.
And then this mixture is cultivated for several weeks. Each flu strain is then inactivated with formaldehyde and preserved with thimerosal, which is mercury.
With mercury and
The
formaldehyde.
The three viral strains are then blended into a single vaccine licensed by the FDA and distributed by vaccine manufacturers.
And by the way, people are paying to get these flu shots.
Oh, yeah. Well
Okay.
worth it, too.
Worth it. Because they get the thimerosal and formaldehyde for free. And they also get it being incubated in a chicken. Imagine how lucky they are.
Well, that's the other
Happy
thing.
guy.
Happy guy.
They actually, I can't find it in here where it says it, but where they try to find the strains that are going to be affecting the populations each year.
That means there's
are through
20
pigs and birds. They go to Asia.
They go to
and
Asia.
they kill ducks and pigs, and they try to take the viruses from there to try to synthesize
One
those
second.
strains.
They go to Asia,
Yeah.
kill ducks and pigs, and then
Yeah.
they put it in a chicken, and they incubate it in a chicken.
Yeah.
This is a true story.
True story. It
True
sounds
story.
like a really, really bad and horrible movie.
Is that what it
But,
says?
What?
Does it sound like a real bad, horrible movie?
No, I'm reading that out of my head.
Good, okay.
And then how do we like that every school system
Every school system,
says this is what you need?
this is what you need.
Right. And this
You
is,
hear that, schools?
Yeah, thank
Listen
you.
carefully.
We appreciate that. We appreciate it. This is the same school system
Yeah.
that actually has the posters still hanging
Drink
in the
milk.
cafeterias. Drink milk. You know why? Calcium. Strong milk. Get strong. Eat, drink the milk, right?
Yeah.
So I was saying, I think with every vaccine, you should have at least a chaser, one really tall glass of
No,
milk.
just shoot the milk in.
Oh, that's true. You could do
Yeah,
that
you got
too.
the needle
That'd be
like that.
quicker, as long as you're mainlining the vaccine. Mainline,
Flu
yeah.
vaccine efficacy in the elderly. It's only 35% effective, says the CDC, which is Center for Disease Control. And in the vaccines where the flu strain doesn't match the flu strain that's circulating in the environment, it's obviously 0%. So that's what you got to realize. No matter what you think about the concept of vaccination, if it works, if they don't match the strain to what's circulating, then it's
Right.
obviously never
Right,
going
it's
to
a
work.
waste of time, waste of money. So chickens, you didn't do your job correctly. Pigs and ducks, sorry. But look, nice side about it, the drug companies are making all this money.
Oh, they are. They're
That's a
making
good
great
part.
money.
They
All right,
sell
so-
millions and
So
millions
we
of
want to
vaccines.
avoid the flu. I guess what we're saying here, stay away from vaccination and maybe just have a nice tall glass of water, right? Just drink some water, and I think
Okay.
you'd be better
Well,
off.
I think it's important, though, also to point out that it's important to know that the people that are pushing the vaccines, even the drug companies making a lot of money, they have justified for themselves that it is the way to go because they're technocrats. So like they're basically saying that, you know, and a lot of people that are watching this are going like, well, of course they use these means. Why do we have to understand science? You know, we're just the people. We're just simple.
And if no scientific evidence, that even works.
Right, but that's
no scientific evidence. That doesn't really matter.
People are just dependent upon that authority.
Right.
So it's just like, why should I have to understand how it works? Of course, it's going to sound ridiculous to me. I'm not a scientist. So then they go around and they accept this lunacy.
And this is make informed decisions.
Which one was it? Where was it?
That one.
Here it is.
Well, don't forget, of course, it's because my parents did it for me.
Did it for you.
So why am I not going to do it for my child? Then if I don't do it for my child, I'm a bad parent.
Right.
What, I'm not going to vaccinate my kid? What kind of parent am I?
Well, you would be an Amish parent.
Oh, that's
brings us to our next point.
Okay, good.
Because Amish parents. I'm writing me the book.
What? You just said it. Okay. No. I can't read it. It's pointed that way. Make an informed vaccine decision for the health of your child by a Dr. Mayer Einstein, MD. And
so these are 4 books by 4 different doctors.
So this guy began his quest in Lancaster to look at the Amish who don't vaccinate their children, and statistically there should have been 130 people at least with autism, and there was not one.
Right.
So, and then it goes back, we were just talking the other day about how in 1885 there was a huge population of Germany during the Industrial Revolution that left the city because they were forcing them then to vaccinate their children. They're like, this is crazy, we're not doing this. So now I think there's been more of a buildup of trust and authority, and it's less...
It's a tremendous trust. I mean, everybody out there believes in the flu vaccine.
Yeah.
It's all over the news, all over TV, all over the news.
Well, that's it. That's the fear tactic. Everybody's like, I'm afraid I'm going to get the flu. If you get the vaccine, you're definitely going to get the flu.
Right.
It's like they say, well, get the flu vaccine. You're going to have some symptoms of the vaccine, which are the same symptoms you'd have if you got the flu.
So anyway, if you want to get a flu vaccine, really get the information out there.
And what can you do if you don't get the flu vaccine? How can you live?
How can you live?
Yeah, how do you live properly so you don't get the flu vaccine? We should probably put some way to like, well, because we're going to say, don't get the flu vaccine. They're like, well, how do I not get the flu? So how do they not?
Strong immune system.
And the strong immune system comes from not putting toxicity into your body.
As soon as you cook a food, above 115 degrees from acid waste. That's really important. Plain thing is, focus on your fruits and vegetables.
Yes, and
exercise, rest, love. Water. Love is the most important. I got my whole weight.
Don't forget to drink. I believe drinking.
I don't believe in drinking. I never drink water.
You don't drink water?
I never drink water.
What are you drinking?
I drink green smoothies.
Green smoothies.
Okay, anyway, read my book. The Way of Arnold, and you have a book out there? Watch our videos.
Yeah,
our videos focus on fruit and vegetables as the key to building.
Oh, my website's back up, HFM.com. It's all free information.
Yeah.
And all these books are good. Make an informed decision, vaccine guide. Look at
and you like smoothies like Arnold,
just
go
use
to
your
my
common
site.
sense.
By the way,
my website, greensmoothieuniversity.org.
Why don't you talk about your website?
Yeah, what had happened was...
you have a Green Smoothie website.
Green Smoothie website. It's
right.
greensmoothieuniversity.org.
You say yours, your name.
Who are you?
Oh, Mark Kaplan.
Mark Kaplan.
Yeah. So it tells my story.
Tells your story.
Yeah, and how, again, my attraction to green smoothies and how in the course of...
was it a girl or a guy?
It was a girl. But over a 6-week period,
right.
I lost a slew of weight, 15 pounds. Right. What happened was, I was a vegetarian for years.
Right.
All of a sudden I moved to a primarily raw diet, and I just saw the toxins flow out.
Right.
And again, when you're transitioning to raw, you know, the green smoothie helps. It's a beautiful way to start your day. We're so used to the coffee in the morning.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, give me my coffee. And I'm like, I'm pumped up. And then what you find is that 2 hours later, I'm ready to go to sleep. Because the downside...
What's on your website about green smoothie?
Well, again, there's a ton of recipes. It tells my story. It has a bunch of testimonials.
Right.
It's got Matt's site and all kinds of beautiful sites.
Right.
So if you want to go learn more about
green smoothie.
Yes, and also compassionate eating. You know, it comes from a philosophy. Look, not only can you eat healthy, but you can eat compassionately. And that's the whole purpose of this. It's actually to monitor what you eat. They call it monitor and honor. Like, see this guy? You can tell that he's spent a lot of time honoring what he eats.
He does.
Yes.
How about this guy?
He hasn't aged a day, and I don't know how long.
Yeah, he's looking really good. The whole family is looking relatively good, I would say, you know? And this is what happens when you do not get vaccinated. You end up very beefy and healthy,
hairy,
and yeah.
Very hairy.
Look at the hair on that. Very healthy.
Anyway, this is Live from Arnold's Way with Mark and Matt, wow, and Arnold. About flu vaccines, make an informed decision.
John.
What?
John.
Oh, John! Who's John?
John.
My John.
Matthew, Mark, and John.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it. Okay, bye.